through the white part or the yellow part. And if you do it right, it'll come off much easier like that side. Then you take off this paper as far back as you can get it. It'll just rip off. Get a trash can. And then you like it with that trash can. You get all excited with that trash can. I think it was just condensation on the tile yesterday. Now, the next step is kind of a judgment call. But basically, usually I like the wires to connect about this far out from the outlets. You can see that these are kind of on the long side. So what I'll do is I'll bunch them all together. It's about there, somewhere in that region. This thing works the best for cutting a bunch of them. And you just don't want to cut it too close. So something like 3-4 inches away from the outlet is ideal, I think. You can do it in groups. Alright, so now the next step is I wrap the grounds. In fact, you could have wrapped the grounds a little bit earlier. And what I'll do, if you look, the outlet's going to mount like this, and the ground is usually on the bottom, right? So before you start wrapping it, you can move the grounds to the bottom. You can see how they at least interferes with the other wires. And then you can kind of, you don't have to use pliers. If you want to, you can. Wrap it like, 3 or 4 times. And then one of them, you can just cut off. The other one's going to connect to the outlet. Doesn't matter which. They'll still be about the same length. See? I like preparing everything all at once. So this is 12 gauge wire. It's kind of hard to see, but there used to be numbers. 10 is the first one, so you're going to be using the second one up from the bottom to strip them. All right? Doesn't really matter which way you go. I would go, you're looking for maybe like a fingertip. Well, no, we're going to curl the wires. Right? Let's see what comes there. All right. If they have these type, you can just leave them straight. They're even easier. You see how the wire just go into them? So we don't even need to turn them. You will on the ground though. So cut them about around a ½ inch, 3/8 to ½ inch. Like that. You want, oh, these are kind of high. So that second one up, you pinch all the way down, and then just kind of pull. Put it on the second one, pinch all the way down, pull. Just like that. Alright. Now, again, you kind of imagine the outlet's going to go like this. So you can see silver and gold. Silver's the white wires, black's going to be on the gold. The ground's going to be on the lowest on the silver side. And since this one we will have to twist, you want to twist it in the way you're going to tighten it. So I want to twist the wire like this. So you twist it down, grab it. Sometimes, I don't always over twist. Sometimes you have to play around with it. So the ground wire I always do first. Kind of get it in. And if you need to, you can twist it once you kind of have it in. So you can see it. And you can see I got to pinch it more. So get it over. Once you kind of get it in, you can twist it a little bit more. And get it to, there you go. And tighten that screw. Make sure sometimes you have to pull to make sure that loop is around the screw good while you do it. Alright. So now these are straight insertions. So now you can make sure your whites are all on one side and your blacks are on the other. I always do the harder side first, in which case this is going to be white because it's up against it. So I just bent. These might be to loosen them first. So Don't loosen them too much. You don't want the screw to come out. I think that's probably it. So these will just insert. And I would just, for your sake, I'd do one at a time. Put one in, tighten it. Make sure it goes all the way in, right? Tighten it. The trick is to see how much I took off of the wire strip. You don't want to take off so much that a lot of bare wire is exposed, because then it might touch the other side. And sometimes this is a little trick. If you turn the outlets so the things fall down, you see what I'm saying? Like these little loose things, it makes it easier to get the wires in. It doesn't matter which black